The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, in association with the Mpumulanga Province and the Sports Trust, handed over a world-class multi-purpose sport court facility, including sporting kits and equipment, to the community of Tabachwewu and surrounding areas. This handover ensures that all South Africans remain physically active and have access to sports facilities, which is in line with the department's mission of providing an enabling atmosphere, particularly for previously disadvantaged.
The partnership between Sports Trust and the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture is important because it helps in the ecosystem of the development of youth in sport generally, and particularly the youth, the learners here. It's very important. The school sport is the foundation of any winning nation in sport. Freedom comes with obligations. So responsibility should be combined with that freedom. It doesn't mean that people will do things willy-nilly, but do things which are not going to make other people feel that they are violated by your expression of your freedom. So freedom means that let's hear the other side as well.
Sijabule kakhulu ukudlala lana ngoba kusivulela amathuba ukuthi sikhona ukufunda into letinywali and sijabule ukuthi nathi basibona basikhumbula nathi ukuthi funa sibe in the future right. Now I'm in grade 12, I play for Sabie and we have one of the best teams around, and we won the league last year, and now we just won 3-0, so yeah. We're playing very good.
It's my first time playing this court, and I like to say that this court is really fantastic and it will improve my skills, and most of all it will improve my momentum in the field. And it differs from the field that I play in because it is dusty. But what I can say is that this court will do me great in the future. I play many positions, but most of my favorite positions I play left winger and right winger, but my favorite is attacking midfield.
I like this facility that has been actually given to us. We are definitely going to take a good care of it, and it's definitely going to assist us and our kids, because we were having very serious challenges because we didn't have any facility in the school and there was no other facility closer to the school. Whenever we are having visitors, we were forced to travel something like 5 kilometers where our kids will be playing with the other teams. So this will definitely assist us, and we are also going to open our arms and say even the neighboring schools and the community, if they want to use this stadium, they can actually come and they are welcome.
Champions will be produced from this sports field, and make sure that talents will be identified, be developed, and also maybe one time we'll have a person who will play at a national team or even at a world team.
This state-of-the-art facility provides access to 5 sports on one court, has a 20-year lifespan, as well as being eco-friendly with zero waste, and supports the green policy of protecting the environment.
The community of Simile must receive this facility with warm hands. What I want to request them is that they must protect it at all costs. They must make sure that it is kept clean, it is protected, and even if they have protests in the community, they must make sure that they call the police. They make sure that no one gets in to vandalize or to burn this facility, because it's very important for the children of this municipality, especially this area, a very poor area, to make sure that they get developed, they are groomed in sports, they play so that they have healthy mind.
This is to be with them for the next 20 years. So by the time we reach the 20th year, we should have produced a lot of stars here who would be competing national and international. And the youth must know that sport is the best place to be, because this is where they are going to learn discipline. This is where they are going to learn how to interact with other people, but also be physically fit, because a healthy body is a healthy mind. There is a correlation between the performance of learners at school and those who are involved in any sporting activity.
I want to play in bigger teams in the future. Like, I like to play for Pirates, but most of all I like to play in Premier League, and I like to play in the national team too.
When I grow up, I also want to pursue dreams in soccer, and if it doesn't work, maybe engineering.
The pain that you feel today will be your motivation too. And as a youngster, I like to say keep on working, because you don't know what the future holds for you, and one day you'll be better. Maybe you'll play in the Premier League or DStv Premiership too.
The ownership and the protection of this facility now lies with the school and local community to ensure that they keep it well maintained and protected from any acts of vandalism, so it can be used for generations to come. In 2017, the Rural Games were hosted in central Karoo, and selected teams then participated in the nationals that took place in Polokwane. The National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture had promised the winners of these Rural Games a multi-purpose sport court as their prize. As a result, Lainsburg received this facility that has been placed at the J.J. Ellis Sports Ground and been handed over by the Deputy Minister, Ngoqawe Mafu.
As government, we come to the most rural areas, the most smallest part, the corners of the country. We are here now in Lainsburg. We are handing over this beautiful sports ground. We just want to ask the community of Lainsburg, please look after this sports ground. It is yours. We also want to make sure that you use it. You make sure that the young people and the community here use it, because we might never know. We might have one of the national players which will become international players coming out of practicing from these grounds. Let's use it effectively. I want to believe that once we are able to nurture talent in every corner, South Africa will be the best place to be. This month being the Human Rights Month, there's no other way not to recognize sport and the role that they have played. You would know historically that a lot of people that fought for human rights, they did it on the sports field. They actually made sure that as they play sport, they recognize that human rights are also critical.
Women's sport requires a more active presence and stronger involvement of role models and sporting heroes who are there to inspire, motivate and encourage more young women to participate in sport and use it as a career option.
Women athletes in general and women's sport is not getting the much recognized position that they should have. And you would know that even in terms of sponsorship, in terms of equal pay, women athletes are being paid far less than their counterpart. And for me, that's one of the critical things that I really would want to see it, being turned around. But good news is that the netball, particularly the Spar Proteas in South Africa, are doing so well. We know that in Liverpool, they were beaten by England at the semi-finals. We also know that we're bringing the World Cup, the Netball World Cup, to the country, city of Cape Town, in the Western Cape in 2023 from July to August. And we also know that for now we can see that they are not going to embarrass us at all.
Ik doe meer dan 7 jaar in het sportprogramma. Ons coach sport en ons het ook cultuuractiviteiten. Fitness is op een level, ja. Ons meisjes doen baie goed eindelijk, ja. En oor hulle maniere kan ek nie klaar nie. Ons meisjes competeer teen ander plekke enzovoorts, maar ons kinders doen baie goed.
Ik hou van netbal speel, van mijn nachtjes en mijn familie heeft gezegd ik moet netbal spelen, want het houdt mij weg van verkeerde dingen. Ik speel A4, want ik kan niet daar spelen en kan niet nog andere posities spelen, want ik hou van A4 spelen.
Voor mijn persoonlijke opinie is het dat hou vir die meisjes weg van die buiten dingen af die verkeerde dinge en ja, die drugs en daai dit hou hulle baie besig.
In 2011, our country decided to have a national sport and recreation plan. The National Sport and Recreation Plan is predicated upon having a winning nation and an active nation. And in order to get to an active and a winning nation, there are 14 strategic enablers, the first one of which is facilities. In order to have anything to do with activity or even to win medals at any competition, you must first have a facility. And this facility that has been beautifully facilitated by the Sport Trust, as well as the national government, as well as provincial government, enables this local rural community to have a facility that they can call their own, and that hopefully we can unearth that talent that we can later on have somebody go to Tokyo or the Olympic Games to come.
On behalf of the community and the Council of Lainsburg, we're very, very grateful, and we want to express our gratitude to the Department of Sport, the Sports Trust and the National Department of Sports for bringing facilities to rural towns. This facility will actually, it's a multi-purpose one. So at least we will have our people on a Saturday flocking to the sports ground and having soccer, and having volleyball and anything on this ground. So it will be very great to unite also the community on a Saturday. We're very grateful for the department. We from our side, we commit to maintain the facility, look after it, and make sure that it will be used to the benefit of the young future sports stars of Lainsburg and the community at large.
As a society, we have to ensure that our communities have access to sporting facilities. The Sports Trust collaborates with the National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture to fulfill their mission of creating an innovative, active and winning nation.